Alright, so here it is. The last Goatless Goat format deck that I have for you guys. So this one clearly is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Oh, oops. I also want you guys to see the sleeves that I used. Darn it, even with this, okay, another story with these sleeves. So I always love, sky blue is one of my favorite colors. But I also wanted the blue to be inside, but because I bought these and they're black, right? That's why all of them are the way you saw them. Like it's the colors on the back and over here is like dark. Because I want everything to be the same, you know, have a particular structure with it. All right, so this I wasn't gonna make this deck originally, but because I made a Dark Magician deck, I was like, you know what? And I also had the Kaiba Man. I was like, you know what? We're doing it. So yeah, but this one's actually a goat deck, except I think there's only 3 cards in the deck that aren't part of the goat format. But here we go. So this is the Blue Eyes Goatless Goat format deck, whatever. Here we go. So of course, I went with the 3 starter deck Blue Eyes White Dragons. You know, I just had to. It's just a classic, and it's like literally like one of the first cards we ever got, right? Blue Eyes White Dragon. Because this is also based on a YouTube video that I saw, and the guy was running Tyrant Dragon. I was like, why not? I love Tyrant Dragon, more Tyrant Dragons, you know, then I'm happy. So another 1 copy of Tyrant Dragon. And again, this deck also does the same thing with King Dragoon. So we're running 3 copies of Fusilier Dragon, the dual mode beast. Yeah, up next, now because we already have the Tyrant Dragon, instead of going with 3, I went with 2 Armed Dragon level 5s. So now for the level 4-star monsters, we have 3 copies of Buster Dragon, 2 copies of Mirage Dragon, actually 3, oh wow, okay, 3, just to like kind of stop those, you know, those trap cards. 1 copy of Sangan. As you see, this is not 100% Dragon, nor is the other one, right? If we're including King Dragoon, it's not 100%, but that one's more Dragon than this Dragon. So, but here we have Sangan. And then lastly, you know, Kaiba Man, which is a warrior type. I've always wanted to just pull like the Kaiba Man and bam, Blue Eyes White Dragon. So those are the monsters for the deck. Next up, the magic cards. 1 Graceful Charity, Pot of Greed, right? That's a draw power. So I didn't put Lightning Vortex. I guess I didn't have space, right? But don't worry, you guys know what's coming up, right? So 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Snatch Steel, 1 Premature Burial. Oops, and then 2, because we don't have Lightning Vortex, it's because, of course, we have Burst Stream of Destruction, right? And I think we have, yeah. Oh, I put 3 of them in the deck, right? Oh yeah, I know why now. So yeah, so 3 Burst Stream. This is kind of overkill. I think it should be only 2, but because I just like, I like 3s, you know, Trinitarian, so whatever. Blue Burst Stream of Destruction. Here we go, 3 copies. 2 copies of Reinforcements of the Army, so we can grab those Cabinets faster. That's also why we have Sangan. Then, of course, 3 copies of Metamorphosis, so we can summon the King Dragoon. Now, lastly, for the trap cards, we have Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Ring of Destruction, Magic Cylinder, Call of the Haunted, and then this is where I cheated, right? This is not a card that was available in the Goat format, but I did see it when that particular Blue Eye structure deck came out. And in Duel Links, there was a time where Blue Eyes and this card were just like almost top. I think they were top tier at that time, so I decided to go with 3. Since Yugi's using 3 Magician's Circle, this is the only card I can think of that was around that time era. It can be kind of specific to Blue Eyes in a way, right? It's like a level 7 or higher normal monster. I put 3 of these cards. Alright, so of course, right, I'll have to show it. I got King Dragoon. This guy, like the first time I fought him, he was so annoying I couldn't get rid of him. So, and I never had one until now, so yeah, I would like to use this card more often. Now lastly, for the side deck, I think this is going to be the wackiest, and wackiest in a bad way, like the weakest side deck that you probably have ever seen. But because I also never had a chance to use Paladin and White Dragon, so I just did like this. So the Dark Magician deck and the Blue Eyes deck, as you can see, are a little bit different, or this one's like vastly different than the other decks. Well, you know, whatever, but I still kind of, I'll show you why I actually made these decks in the first place later on. So 3 copies of Paladin and White Dragon because it looks okay. Regardless of what it does and it looks so freaking cool, right? So 3 copies to summon him faster. Then we also have 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands, right? And lastly, another card that this all depends, right, on how you want to run it to swap in and out. So I went with 3 copies of Lord of D because it's technically still a dragon deck. 3 flutes to summoning dragon, and then lastly the 3 white dragon rituals. All right. So the real reason, let me just put this so it looks good on the camera. So the real reason why I went with all these goat decks is because I had bought this. Let's see what we put here. I had bought this, right? It's a box to hold 5 decks. So I was like, okay, then I'll make the goat decks here. But then I only made 4. There were only like 4 of the structured decks, or 5, right? Of the structured decks that I liked. But then the Blue Eyes White Dragon wasn't like the original dragon deck. So then it became like 6. And that's why I went with like, you know, these decks. So there you have it. Like, this is the reason why I did them, so I could have space for them here. Yeah, and that's about it. This is it for the goat decks. I think I'm done. I'm done, right? I think the only thing I'm interested in is probably a machine deck and a fiend deck, and that's about. Oh, and the Exodia one, because I've already made a Dark Nation of Blue Eyes. You know, I was like, maybe Exodia one might be pretty cool too. But yeah, that's about it for the Goatless goat decks. There you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got some ideas, so you also can play with your friends. And that's about it. So see you on the next video.